Alright guys, so this here foundation is the Colourpop No Filter foundation, and I recently ordered this online. I didn't do good in choosing the color. I usually pick out really good colors, but I watched Makeup Shayla and kind of went off of what she had, and that didn't quite work out right, but oh well. Again, I did also choose 3 concealers because I have never bought any of their concealers, and everybody's been kind of like hyping them up, like big time hyping them up, comparing them to the Kylie Jenner concealers, which I didn't buy because nah sis, we're not paying that much for your concealers, not quite yet. But yeah, everything was priced really good. I'm gonna leave the specs for the foundation somewhere over here. Alright guys, so I probably already look like hella crazy, but I'm going to go ahead and give you guys the start. So I'm gonna start off with my normal pumps. I tend to use about 2 pumps. This foundation is liquidy. Let me see. Kind of liquidy. You see it's kind of coming on down, but it is kind of liquidy. I'm gonna go in with a 3rd pump, and I'll let you know if I feel like I've used 3 pumps. I already have like my primer and my powder already onto my face. You guys know, or if you don't know and you're new to the channel, I am oily skin, and I'm basically oily skin all throughout the year, except when I had got micro needling, and that was like so bomb. Let me see. I'm gonna get a pretty much clean brush, because that's the best way to do this. And let's go ahead and dig in. So I'm gonna start at the corner, and the color that I'm using is 175, and it's pretty much basically about spot on or a little bit lighter. And that's okay. We can work with it, because I really didn't feel like ordering like bukus of them, trying to figure out what color is mine and all that, when I could have given it away, but I'm trying to save some money here. And I'm using the e.l.f. Cosmetics blurring brush, and so far this is giving me a good medium coverage. That's a good medium coverage. Could be full, but I'm gonna say medium. I do see a little bit of color peeking through, but for the most part, I'm gonna say that it is medium. And if you've been watching me or haven't been watching me, I like to stipple my foundation on my face to get the best coverage, and to like really press it into my skin. That's just my personal preference. You can swirl, you can do whatever you like, but me personally, I like to just press it into my skin. Alright, so it is a little bit warmer than I would like it to be. I did use all 3 pumps to cover up my acne and all my dark spots, all that goodness. I probably could have just used 2.5 pumps if I would have just like applied it directly to my face instead of like using my brush, because I tend to always believe you still soak up a little bit more than you need to into your brush if you know, just dab your brush into the foundation versus like applying the foundation directly to your face. But oh well. So about 2.5 to 3 pumps concealed my entire face. It feels pretty good. It looks satiny in person. Yeah, it looks pretty satiny in person. almost to the matte, satiny, demi-matte, semi-matte, however you want to put that. But like I said, the color is a little off. I'm gonna wait a couple minutes to see if it oxidizes before I continue on, but it's not too bad to where I don't feel like I can't, you know, highlight and contour and make this work. So I'm gonna wait about 5 minutes to see how it oxidizes and if it does oxidize, and I will be right back. All right, so to be completely honest, I'm not a big fan of the shade, but I mean, hey, this definitely happens to me sometimes, not all the time. I tend to pick out a really good shade, but this one just isn't one of the times. Again, I just feel like it's super warm for me. It's just super warm. I would have liked it to be a little bit more cooler or just completely neutral, but oh well. So now I am going to take the shade Deep 56 and see how that looks, which looks really good. Super smooth. It's one of those doe foot applicators, and I can definitely appreciate that. I like how well it's going on. So let me see about blending that out real fast. It's blending out really good. I actually think I put a little bit too much on. Yeah, I definitely used a little bit too much, and that didn't look like a lot at all, but it was definitely too much. And it looks really like I like the color. I like the color. I'm gonna put a little bit onto the butt of my beauty blender. And I'm going to put that all around the perimeter of my face just because the color is off. And I at least want to deepen it a little bit. Ugh, these hoops are getting my freaking nerves. Alright, and for the concealer, I'm going to take Dark 40. Ooh. I like the way that the applicators are made. Like, applicators definitely make a big difference. And I really like how nice, how soft, and how easy this concealer goes on with the applicator alone. Like, I just feel like I really blended it out a lot, even like with just the applicator. Okay, I do feel like with this lighter shade, it did, in my opinion, feel like it blended out or dried up a little bit faster than the first shade, the darker shade. So I don't know because it's lighter or what, but I do feel like it did dry a little bit faster. So you may have to work a little bit faster with it versus the dark shade. Kind of use whatever like left on my beauty blender to kind of highlight underneath my contour, also known as reverse contouring, and also because I need a little bit of lightness or a little bit more of coolness to my face. So I'm just going to use this concealer to kind of do that for me. Go ahead and finish off the rest of my face, and I'll be back for my final thoughts. Alright guys, so I have the foundation on, I have the concealer on, and for my first bit of impressions right now from having on the foundation for about an hour now, is that I really do like the foundation. It is pretty, I'm gonna say a semi-matte feel to it. I love the coverage of it, even though I used about 3 pumps, which isn't like, it's not a lot to me, honestly. I don't feel like it's a lot. I could have probably used a lot less, but I do like the feel of the foundation. I feel like I don't have anything on, probably, you know, hence the consistency. It kind of reminds me of the NYX foundation with the dropper. It's super lightweight. I just wish I would have had the right color. It's definitely not my color. And again, I am using 175. I could probably do a little bit better in choosing something else. And the thing is, like, I don't know whether to go up or go down, but it's definitely too warm for me. And I tried to cool it down, make it a little bit more neutral. That didn't quite work the way that I wanted to, but I mean, even with my face not being, you know, matched up pretty great, you know, I'm still kind of beat. So it is what it is, and I'm totally okay with it. Yeah, so what had happened was I forgot to come back and record for you guys, but ultimately the foundation held up pretty well. I did get a little bit oily, mainly in my T-zone, but honestly, for $6, I don't feel like this is a bad foundation. I did again order 2 other foundations in hopes that I can find my correct color. So you guys, I will try and update you guys with a new video with a better foundation if I do get, or if I did order the correct foundation. And you know, if you want me to re-record the video, then definitely give me a thumbs up or leave me a comment down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.